Hello there, Aries. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I'm doing your November career and money reading. We'll take a look at the overall energies in your career and money sector with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for some more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider like, sharing, or subscribing. Okay, now that we are just coming out of that retrograde season, which was pretty intense, and on Wednesday, the 20th, we have a full moon in Aries. So this is your full moon, and it really is. It's going to stir us up to try to take action, make things happen in our career and money sector. So let's see what we have. Gates of triumph and joy and delight. Okay, Aries, you are making things happen in your career and money sector. Open your heart to joy, and then success expands in your life. Underneath that is solitude. I feel like for some of you, you may have been kind of in a, solitude type of energy. Perhaps during the retrogrades, that's pretty common, where we're kind of spending time by ourselves, kind of thinking, ruminating over things. But you're coming out of this, and it's kind of like, yeah, I'm ready to move forward. So let's see what we have. New life. Yeah, I get a sense you are really starting a new life. To be fair, so you could be dealing with a Libra, but you don't have to be. And peace. My goodness, Aries, I don't even have to do anything else. Mending, so you could be mending some type of, work relationship or some type of relationship tied to your career and money sector. But you're kind of going out trying to start a new life for yourself, something that's more balanced. So you may have a job that takes a lot of your time and energy, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm looking for something that's a little bit more balanced and wanting more peace. Lovely energy. What's underneath mending? Observer, time to go. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you really are getting ready to make a change in your career sector. It could be, especially with new life, it's like a whole new career. It's, you could be, like, if you work for somebody else, you could be starting your own business, or, even if you work for yourself, you could decide to go freelance, something like that, like making somewhat of a big change, all in the hopes of bringing more balance. There is that sense, and I've seen this in a lot of the readings, even in the general readings, the sense of where are you putting your time and energy? Are you getting, the rewarded for your time and energy? And if not, it's this sense of, yeah, I want to be paid for my time and effort. Okay, so now we're going to go to the tarot. We're going to first take a look at what is it that you would like to manifest in November? What is it? What direction are you looking to go in? So let's see what we have there. Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh. Well, you're manifesting exactly what it is that you want. Yeah. For some of you, you want more money. You're definitely, this is about bringing in blessings. You want financial reward. You want to be paid, and paid well. Let's put it that way. And you're willing to make the changes in your life that you need to make in order to do that. So what is your obstacle or area of resistance? Yeah, you're kind of in this, something hasn't worked out the way that you wanted it to. You're trying to get inspiration and you just cannot. Like, I feel like you've tried to have a fresh start in wherever you are right now. You've tried several times to kind of jumpstart it, to get a fresh start, to get a new perspective, to, maybe if it's a large company, you change departments or something like that. You've tried to get this to be revived and you can't, and, I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of worry about this. This is the Nine of Wands. You've been through a lot. I feel like you've been on this path for some time, and it's kind of like, okay, I need to go in a new direction. I need something to really change here. All right, so let's see what the outcome is. King of Cups, yeah, loving what you do, being loved and admired. Nice energy, justice, to be fair. So there you go. You're getting the balance that you're really longing for. You know, sometimes it could just be that you're in a job that you actually like, but you feel like you're not being recognized for it. And it's kind of like this sense of you finally get the recognition that you want. So let's see what this Wheel of Fortune is. Okay, Queen of Wands, Death and Rebirth, Seven of Swords, Justice on the bottom. You are really wanting justice. For some of you, you may feel like you were wronged in some way. So say you were up for a promotion and you didn't get the promotion, right? Or, you know, if you have your own business, like you provided a service or a product for somebody and then the person didn't pay you, or they, after the fact, they wanted to try to negotiate, you know, a new price or something like that. Like I feel like almost like the sense of you feel like you've been taken for granted in your career sector. And you know, like somebody is sneaking off. It's almost like somebody is sneaking off with your confidence or taking credit. Somebody could have maybe taken credit for something that you did. And you're trying to get this situation to be transformed. I really get the sense that some of you wanted to transform where you are now. Like there is some issue where you are now. You don't feel like you're getting recognized or you're not getting paid enough or something like that. You've been trying to transform it and you can't. For some reason, it's been kind of stuck. And it's kind of like caused you to have a lack of confidence in yourself, like this situation. But you're staying in it. You're staying in it. Yeah. There's a, you know, the Lover's card. I mean, this is a career reading. It could have something to do with a business partner that maybe did something behind the scenes. You know, I'm not saying, you know, they may have embezzled money or something like that, but maybe taking credit. Like you could have even done a really good job on a project for a client. And then it's kind of like your business partner was like taking most of the credit for it, knowing that it could lead to bigger and better things down the line or something like that. You're making the choice here of choosing yourself. Like putting yourself first to help bring you back into balance. Like I feel like you may have overgiven in a certain situation, you know? You have the Page of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, trying to decide either what to do about the situation or just how to bring the situation into balance. But I feel like it's one of those situations where you're kind of having... You're kind of having to play along a little bit. You know, sometimes, you know, what this whole situation is doing, I'm going to put it this way, is you're not able to truly shine who you truly are. Your authentic self is being, I feel like your authentic self is being dimmed. Your light is being dimmed in this situation for some reason, and you're trying your best to transform that. Either this job or this career is dimming your light, or the people in it don't see your light. And it's really kind of making you sad. Like you're trying your best, and it's kind of like you keep trying new things. I get the sense that you keep trying new things so that they'll see who you are. Huh. Okay, so what's your, what is this? Yeah, it's, oh my gosh. This is your blessings coming in. Your blessings are coming in. The wheel is turning. You're also having, you have all this healing. Now, this is your obstacle. This is your obstacle, but you have all the blessings wanting to come in. It's when you realize that the entire path, you need to be in loving yourself, putting yourself first. It's almost as if you're making decisions in order to make other people happy because you think, well, if I make them happy, then they'll make me happy. But the truth is that you must move back into the position of, I'm going to do this from my authentic self because I know that in the long run, it's the best thing to do. It's almost like you're playing a short game, right? Yeah, it's a sense of wanting to play a short game. Say you work for a large company and the corporate head is coming into town, right? And you're kind of like, okay, we're going to clean the office and everybody's going to get dressed up, no jeans, it's like, and you know that it's just, well, it's only for the day that the head honcho is coming in. And so, you're doing that, but the truth is that who you truly are? It's like choosing to be who you truly are instead of playing the game. Wow, that's kind of hard. I have to admit, I think this is coming from your soul because, whether we want to admit it or not, there are parts of us that sometimes have to play the game in order to stay in the game. And I feel, Aries, like you may be in a position because the Justice card is coming out so much. You're in a position where you are being asked to do something sleight of hand in some way. I'm not saying you're lying, but you're not telling somebody else the full information. Let's put it that way, right? So maybe if you go to, pitch to a client, your services or something like that, it's kind of like your boss is telling you, okay, well, just don't tell them that we only have 3 employees. We're trying to pretend that we have 30 employees. And so you go and they ask you, well, how many people do you have working at your company? And you go, oh, we have lots of manpower, like something like that. You don't give them the number. You're kind of skirting around the question. Yeah, Aries, I feel like for some of you, this won't resonate with everybody, but I feel for some of you, this is kind of like a slightly ethical, situation for you. Not for all of you. Okay, so the advice here, to get back to your advice, is to get back into your true authentic self. Because whatever you're doing in your career and money sector is not in alignment with your true authentic self. And when you go back to that, that's when you get the blessings. It's really interesting because if you have been thinking, oh, this is taking way too long, you may have, without truly realizing it, been like, I told you that, you keep trying to like reinvent yourself and you're not getting anything out of it. It's kind of like a rock star that keeps reinventing themselves, right? But how every time you reinvent yourself, okay, and I'm not saying you can't reinvent yourself, but it's like, has your true authentic self changed? It could have, right? But if it hasn't, then you're just moving farther and farther away from your true authentic self. And it's as soon as you get back into being in alignment with your true authentic self, following your heart's desire, knowing who you are, and getting back into that spot, guess what? It all comes back together again for you. Okay, the Hanged Man, the Tower, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Wands. I do feel like for some of you, there could be an ending to a job. Like you're getting a new perspective about this. You're kind of like, yeah, this isn't in alignment with my soul's purpose. You're getting the epiphany and you're putting it, you're okay, that's it. I can't do this anymore. And once you make that decision, it's kind of like, okay, I'm okay with quitting this job because I'm going to be more in aligned with who I am and what I'm here to do. And back into your heart space, right? Instead of in your head. Really kind of interesting. Okay, let's see. Wounds. Withheld support from the past can cause low self-esteem and cripples action. I really feel like this kind of comes back from your childhood. Like you may not have had a lot of support from your family or teachers, something like that, in something that you really enjoy doing. You know, like maybe you went to art class and then, you know, you were having fun drawing, creating something, and then the art teacher came along and wanted to change it, right? And you felt wounded, okay? The art teacher was only trying to help, but you were like, no, you're trying to change what it is that I'm doing. So obviously what I'm doing is not right. That's the belief system you got. So when you go to work and things aren't working out and everybody's not raving about how wonderful Aries is, right? Then you're like, okay, I got to change it. Because you learned as a child, well, if I create something and it's not, you know, I'm not getting praise for it, then, you know, I have to change it. But it's about creating from your heart, whatever it is that you're doing. Yeah. It is kind of interesting how sometimes, you know, what we learn as a child, we carry on, especially in school, okay? We carry on into our adult work environment, right? Without even really realizing it. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Unstick the stuck. Yeah, there has to be a major change, and I really feel like it is, once again, getting back to your heart's desire, getting back to your true authentic self. And as soon as you do, the joy, the abundance, the gates of triumph are all for you. Wow, Aries, really interesting reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you would consider like, sharing, or subscribing. And I do. I wish you so much love and light in this situation and in all of your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.